Hey YouTube, Tootie back. It's a pickups and car boot, Tales from the Booter, and yes, I must admit I've had this top obviously for a while, and I've had a few beaters as well, so this might turn out a complete disaster. But what a game! If anyone watched it, what an absolute fucking game. So that being said, just to any other Liverpool fans out there, and anyone who's got, you know, half a bit of decency about them, you know, respect to the 96, 25 years. A fantastic game today, absolutely fantastic. So, kind of football things aside, because obviously, you know, I don't really talk too much about the football side of it. I'll have a little quip or whatever, but I think that was needed. So back to the gaming, back to the booter, back to the pickups. Hey, thanks for all the new subs. Honestly, been I don't know where they've come from. But a bit of a flurry, if that's the right word, of people coming in. So top stuff. I hope you don't think this is a football challenge. I've just, like I say, it's just as a mark of respect. It's just I just want to wear my top. That's all. And after today's result as well. So that's the football out of the way. Okay, I'll try and keep it together as best I can. Right, pickups a little bit short on the ground actually this week. I'm trying to rein in my addiction, my heroin addiction to the PC Engine. Not going great, I must admit. It's not going great. What are we looking at? 4 weeks? Yesterday, Saturday. For me, it'd be the Friday for play. So, yeah, I need to just back off a little bit because it's just too easy. So, a couple of pickups from eBay, obviously, because I ain't gonna get any of these games probably anywhere else. Loose cart of Dungeon Explorer. Now, I'm kind of a little bit disappointed in this, in terms of I think I needed TurboGrafx versions, because this looks like a game I could really get into, but it's just that language barrier. I can't remember what it was. Forget his name. I can see him now. He's got the little character, the manga character, on his little icon. And we always talk about PC Engine stuff, and he sort of said some of the games you can get by with, you know, using the guides and that, but I can't play a game like that. So I need to get this, excuse me, TurboGrafx version, because it does look quite an interesting game. You can pick different characters and stuff like that. I mean, I started off playing as a warlock, but like I say, it's just a language thing. I can't get past it. K-Lide Gamer. See, I know I'd remember. The K-Lide Gamer. Two absolute bouters. I must admit, I was going to wait to do a first impressions, but I couldn't. I've had one go at each of these. So the first impressions would be like a first-ish impressions. I don't know which way to do these. This one was slightly cheaper, so maybe go with that. Right, so to my best knowledge, this is called Star Prodius, and it's a CD-ROM. This game is fucking immense. Honestly, it's really impressive. You can actually play as a PC Engine, and when you select the characters, it goes PC Engine, Bomberman, and I think it's Vic Viper. Oh, was it just a Prodius? I can't remember. But honestly, I played this Bomberman. It's fucking brilliant, absolute brilliant game. And yeah, not that you first, but yeah, absolutely brilliant game. I must admit, just the sounds alone. And following that trend, it is now. I think people call this Prodius Die, whereas I'm guessing This is just Parodius on the PC Engine, but it is Parodius, i.e. sexy Parodius, or Parodius, however you pronounce it. But again, another absolutely fucking immense. This is a Hue card. It's a Hue card game. This is, you know, it weren't cheap. For me anyway, it weren't cheap for me. And it was the cheapest on eBay as well. So the guy, yeah, I mean, probably by about 10 quid I think this was. So yeah, they're all away from the Land of the Rising Sun. And Soft Otaku Land. Okay, the last out sort of pick up, if you like. Actually, it was from the game shop. I was a little bit cheeky, as you do. It was my daughter's birthday, end of last month. She's had a bit of money. She doesn't always come to the town. She gets bored and doesn't want to walk and all that kind of shit. So I think it was in Game, Yeah, it was Game. Phoned the wife and said, oh, there's a certain game that's just been released. I know she'd be interested in it. Does she want it? Yeah. And obviously I said, you know, given the price of it, I said, look, she's had to pay for it out of her own birthday money. She said, fine. So I went round to like an indie shop. And they had it there, a little bit cheaper, but it had this in the window as well. So I sort of did a bit of a bundle deal, and I ended up getting this for 6 quid. So the game in question that I got from my daughter was The Hobbit, Lego The Hobbit. She loves them games. And the one I got for the N64, absolutely, by one little mark, it's got to be one of the best condition N64 games I own. World Driver Championship, and all the markers, if you can see it, it's just there. I mean, everyone does the old... See, everyone calls it the Retro Dave box porn, but those old heads know this is Marcus X-File, or even... and I forget his name. The guy from America, the English guy. I do apologise. It'll come to me in 2 seconds, no doubt. But yeah, it is an absolutely spankaroony condition. It's not Alex. It is Alex. Blue Tonic. See? Alex Blue Tonic invented box porn. And I picked it up from Marcus X-File. So there we go. Anyway, yeah. World Driver Champion. I mean, it obviously it's got shit tons of reviews. I don't know. My mate Glenn Plant would probably know. I'm pretty sure Glenn's probably done this about 10 years ago on a review, and I ain't caught it yet. So that is all of the sort of weekly pickups, if you like, guys. It's not a great deal. And we've got Bonks on the Turbo Graphics, i.e. PC Engine. So we come to the booter. Tales from the booter. What happened today? Fucking hell. I might change this. Let's put one of them games. Okay guys, back. Bit of a Star Parodius. Or Parodius, depending on how you pronounce it. Okay. Tales from the booter. I'm not sure. I'll see how long it runs. This might be a part 2. I don't know. We'll see. Did alright today. I've done alright. Nothing amazing. I missed out on a few little bits, must admit, but nothing that's pissing me off, if that makes sense. So I've got a fair old whack actually, but of different things for different reasons. So we'll crack on. Early start. Not too bad booting weather. A little bit coldish maybe, but yeah. Right. What I'll do, start off with one kind of non-game related, but really I think it's really cool. Seeing this, there was a woman, I'm guessing she was selling these for a son or some male guy. There was like this one, there was a boxed sort of figure. There was a load of what they call them, not costume, ornamental, that's the word I'm looking for, ornamental weapons and all that kind of shit. So what I picked up for 2 quid. Now weirdly enough, again, all the sellers were there, you know, these, So I was in the realm of like, I think it's the collectible people, like fucking hornet's nest it was. And the woman was like at six. There was two women. They were at sixes and sevens. So she told one guy £4. He looked at something else, something else. I asked about it. She said, "Oh, a couple of quid." So I said £2. She went, "Yeah, fine." The guy who she said £4 to weren't happy. So fuck that. So they're a little bit disjointed. Let's go a bit closer. Excuse me. £2. Pick this up. I thought, fuck it, I'm having it. It is a little bobblehead predator. Look, check this guy out. I mean, how cool is he? Look, £2. I said that she had. It must have been selling them for a son or something like that, because there was. I don't know what it's called. Hang on, pop them up here. A box version of Rob the Zombie and all these like little knives and daggers and all that ornamental type stuff. What else was there? Oh, Gizmo. I missed out on Gizmo. There's, like I said, I generally know the sort of guys who collect them sort of stuff. He picked up Gizmo and whatnot, but I've seen that. I thought, I'm having that fucker. So yeah, it was £2 off the bat. There we go. That wasn't the first thing. That's the, like I say, one non-game related. Okay. Second, technically non-gaming related. I looked at these. I seen them. I was umming and ahhing. She wanted £1 each. I had to phone the wife, get her to do some measurements, and it worked out. I offered her £2.50, so I've got 5 at the. Well, I've got 5 for £2.50. I've done one of them. I've got 4 more to do. So anybody, especially monkey spaz, will know this pain that we feel, especially in the PAL region, of loose SNES carts. Now you can't get anything that holds the fucking cartridges for love nor money. Cassettes are too small. I think Mega Drive games do fit in a cassette one, but Super NES don't. So I've seen these, I looked up, I thought, actually, if I take one rung out, blah 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 blah, as long as the width fits, it'll be alright. So I've got these, like I say, there's 5 of them, 50p each, £2.50. They're these little like shelf things, but as you can see, I've took out one of the teeth in the middle, and it houses a cartridge. So even if I just lay them on the shelf like that, at least I can see the fricking games, you know. So there's 5 of them. I'm not going to show you all 5, but suffice to say, that's what they normally look like. Apparently the woman said they're from IKEA, and she wanted £1 initially. So all I've done is I just took out one of the rungs, every other rung. Well, I will do anyway on that one, but so that's it. That's a little bit of a, yeah, because it's pissing me off of them. Right, where do we go? There was this was the first week that I went to my normal one. It was on last week, but the weather was like so shit anyway. I didn't end up going. So, like I say, it was a weird day. It's really weird. My mate was there. He sells DVDs. So I was helping him out a little bit. But obviously I weren't looking after his stall. I was fucking buying shit. And there's a lady there that kind of knows me. I've got, you know, not a relationship, but she knows me. She knows what I collect, and she's one of these Lego people. She's a Lego person. So if you see any Lego stuff, so how I do it. So this, I don't know if this might be a tip for you guys, right? I'm revealing the Tootie tips. I know that Daz, owners a lot, have asked me about these. What car boot tips have you got? Okay, here's a car boot tip for you. Especially if you're an early guy or early bird, and you frequent, you know, quite similar car boots to certain people. You get to know who they are. So, like I've always said, it's nice to be nice, right? So this is the one tip I'm going to give you. So this lady I know, she likes a Lego, she likes a Duplo and all that kind of stuff. So what I do is when I'm sort of speaking to people who've got the car set up or whatever, have you got any old games? I'm like, no. Look, you know, have a look, see what they've got. And when I see this particular individual, this lady, I said, oh, by the way, you know, second car up on the right, they've got some Lego. So I'll give her the heads up, if that makes sense. And what she does in return, and she did it today. I said to her, like, morning, blah, 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 have you got anything? No, I said, good morning. And I looked, and I didn't think she had anything. And apparently, she actually said she called me back, and I missed her. Fortunately, as I come back, one of the, like, I think I mentioned before, looks like fucking Andre the Giant. He's like a big lumbering fucking beast of a man. He picked these up and put them down. I was absolutely amazed. I was like, okay. And she went, oh, I called you about these. I said, oh, sorry, didn't hear you. So, for £2 each, I got, fully complete, Jurassic Park on a Game Boy, and Lemmings. Now, Lemmings got a little bit of writing on there. But, like I say, you know, if she scratched my back and, well, I'm not sure I'm going to scratch her back, but you know what I mean? And that's all I'll say to you guys. If you are going to get to the booting or whatever, get to know the people, because there's another chap, like I say, who was after the collectibles. He did all Star Wars and all that kind of shit. And I've given him the heads up loads of times, said, oh, there's such and such there. And I know, at some point, most people who are half decent will return the favour. I'm pretty sure of it. So there you go. A free tooty fucking tip. Tooty tip, number 1. The only one you're going to get. Didn't that? Where do I go? Oh. This is quite a funny story. It's not anything like Lizard or anything like that. They were there. Well, one of the guys was there. Did I miss out on a great deal? I'll say now, right? I missed out on, I think, 4 Wii games that he grabbed. One was Smash Bros. Brawl. There's another one that I thought, I wouldn't mind that. And that was about it. So not a great deal. So like I said that earlier, not too fussed. So that's all the lizard. That's all the lizard chat we're going to get today. But this lot was quite funny because I kind of insulted the lad a little bit. He was unpacking him, a female, and another older male. And I happened to ask him, like, have you got any games? He goes, oh yeah, we've got some PS2 at the bottom of the box here. So I went round, looked about, come back again, and they were still going. They're one of these people that just seems to take for fucking ever to unpack a car. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Just kick the boxes out. And he had some boots. There's some boots at the back shelf. And my sort of car boots, I've had it. So I said, oh, because I couldn't see him anyway, I could only see the back of them. I said, oh, how much are your boots there? And he pulled them out and goes, oh no, they're like safety shoes or something like that. And he said, oh, I said, they're obviously too small. I said, oh, bollocks. I said, what size are they? Because like size 5. He goes, oh, they're my mum's. So I seen this older guy and this woman who would like, because the lad was sort of towards the boot, very slowly unpacking it. So I took the guy and this woman that I couldn't see from the back to be his mum, right? So when I came back, it must have been about 10 minutes later, he was still fucking pulling, like a wet drip he was, pulling, and I could see the games there, you've got them. So we managed to locate the PS2 games. He goes, oh, there's a console in here as well. I was like, oh, okay, fine. Blah, blah, blah. Have a look at it. And I said, oh, how much do you want for it? What are you asking? And he goes, oh, well, ask my girlfriend. No, sorry. He goes, oh, Christine. He goes, oh, Christine, what are you asking for this? And she didn't hear him. I said, oh, sorry, I've got a fly there. He goes, oh, Christine, how much do you want for your PlayStation 2? And I had no hookups. There's no hookups to it. So don't worry about it. Actually, how much your PS2? There's no hookups. That's what he said. There's no like leads or anything like that. So she didn't turn around. So I looked at it. Woman an hour in a little bit. Here it is. It's there. It's PS2. Everyone's seen it. And I said, oh, would your mum take a couple of quid? And he went, oh, that's my girlfriend. I was like, okay, shit. So Christine, obviously being his girlfriend, come on and said, oh, I only want a couple of quid. 3 quid. So I got a fat PS3 and all these games for 3 quid and a controller, but I say there's nothing special. A few of them I might need, but yeah, 3 quid. There's a guy I know. Well, okay, I've got contact, and the fat PS3's into the broken. For 3 of them, it's gonna be 40 quid. So that's where that's going. So a couple of them I'll probably need anyway. The games. So that was that, and I thought actually that's not too bad. There was another young couple. He was like a bit late turning up, so I'm kind of jumping a little bit in. These are not in any order. Young couple. I said to him, have you got any games? He was like, what kind of games? I said, well, anything, PS2, Xbox, blah blah. And his girlfriend was like, yeah, we've got them. Obviously he was a little bit like dubious, but he was one of these like very disorganised people. So we managed to locate the PS2. There's no games, but he wanted 3 quid for the PS2, and I was like, yeah. And it's a slim PS2, which looks absolutely fine, and all the hookups, all the cables. So I picked that up again. Like I said, the guy that I know, the contact I know, for 3 fat ones he give me 40 quid. So even for a broken slim PS2, it's going to be more than that. But I'm guessing, to be fair, this will probably work. Where do we go then? Polish couple. Well, actually a Polish woman. Asked her about PS2 games. Said, oh, they're in the bottom of the box. Went back a bit later. Obviously the boyfriend or whatever's there is an English chap. Said, oh, your wife says you got some PS2 games. Literally as he asked, they got the box out. So for a couple of quid, I can't remember, I don't know, 2 quid I got these for. Resident Evil Dead Aim, Vampire Knight, which I think is better quality, better condition than my one, and Evil Dead Regeneration, which I think I've got. But they're all good trade fodder, if nothing else. Got itchy finger. Right. Like I said before, my mate was doing a, he just does DVD store. And there's a guy next to him. This is a lizard story, actually. I tell a lie, there was one. Not I wasn't there, because he was, obviously my mate told me afterwards. But there was a chap next to us. He was Algerian, nice guy. And he had a lot of old game stuff, but he was like really overpriced. He had like a PS2 in the box, he wanted 35 quid for. He had a Master System 2 in a very tatty box, he wanted 25 quid for. All this kind of stuff. And he had some PS1 games, which I managed to get in there early. So for, oh shit, 3 quid. I think it's 3 quid, 3 or 4 quid. I got these 2. He had a bag. Right, this is what pisses me off. This is what pissed me off of him a little bit. He had a bag of older games, like Atari 2600 games, and a few just like SNES sports games, nothing spectacular. And I said to him, how much are the old games here? Oh, £5 each. I was like, oh, that's a bit. So, like, some Donkey Kong, there's a few that were in the boxes are beaten anyway, for the 2600 games. So, okay, because he was like next door, I said, oh, I'll have a think. When I came back later on, obviously, they told me that what my mate knows, who I call him the lizard, he'd been round and he swapped a lot for 25 quid. And I said to the Algerian guy, I said, that's what? He was like laughing. He goes, oh, I told you if you had them all, I could do your deal. I said, yeah, but you told me £5 a game. I said, you had like fucking, I don't know, 15, 20 games in there. I said, why would I think that you're not offering me for 25 quid if you wanted £5 a game? So I was a little bit pissed off of that. That's probably the worst bit of today. Yeah, it hurt me a little bit. There wasn't anything outstanding, but it's just a point. But anyway, a couple of games I got off him. How? This is weird. I've got this. I've got it complete. This is missing the manual. Condition wise, yeah, I'm sure it'll play fine. Another copy of her, guys. But it is without the manual. And again, I just picked this up because I know it's good trade fodder. If it's not, it's going to go towards more PC Engine titles. And it's a black #1 version of Ridge Racer. So it's all there. Got the manual. Disc condition wise, there's a few scuffs on the edge, but I'm sure it'll play. So yeah, there were them two. There's a little bit. There's another lady. Sticking with PS1. Pick these up. £1 each. I got the two for £1. I think this one I need. Dino Crisis 2 is good. Again, good trade fodder. It is missing the front insert, so you've got your manual and you've got the disc there. And Mech Warrior 2. That one I think I need. Number 340. So there's everything's in there. Right. Oh, with the PS2s actually. I can't remember. It was a. I got 2 memory cards. Forgot about them. Not much left now, guys. Where'd that one come from? Oh, that was when the lady sold me the Jurassic Park and Lemmings. Dino Thunder sealed, well, or re-shrink wrapped. Power Rangers Dino Thunder. I've actually got that. Dave on my Game Geek, I've still got your copy of that, mate. Off one of the sort of chaps that I know who's, he sells everything. Fucking Hoovers and all this kind of shit. And every now and then he gets games for £5, which is a fucking steal. Absolutely steal. I've picked up Parasol Stars, Memory Ones 2. Complete. The box is not in bad condition. There's a little bit of squish in here and there, but yeah, absolutely brilliant. £5. I thought, yeah. And he went to me and goes, "Oh, that'll be on eBay. You'll do well on eBay with that." And I had to show him the picture on my phone. I said, "No, I'll collect them." I said, if I haven't got them, they're going in the collection. Right. Shit. So I'm getting a bit confused which is which. Can't remember. I think I paid £1 for this. Sealed PlayStation 2 memory card. Still bubble shrinked, whatever you want to call it. And I can't remember where I got this one from. I've got this. Mine's got a double depth version of this. PlayStation 2 Exploder. But I'm sure mine's twice the thickness of that. Again, they weren't expensive. They're probably £1 or whatever. I don't know. Can't remember now. Swap this over. Right, back again, guys. Last splurge, last run through. So I picked up a PlayStation 1 for £5. It was full. It was in a bag, and the bag was full of copied games. So I'm pretty sure this is a chipped version. It is fucking rotten. But there's a few nice games in there. Had a memory card. Had 2 memory cards actually, and a few nice games. Again, they'll just be they'll be moved on. For more PC Engine funds, £5. So can't beat that, can you? I mean, the fact it's chipped as well is quite useful. It's not a thingy one. Can't remember quite now. With the ports, the audio. I've had too many beers. Really, I've had too many beers already. Right, PS3. 5 games. I paid £6 for these. There we go. I paid £7 for these Xbox 360 games. Obviously ignore the top one because it's shite. So to be honest, a lot of these, same with PS3, all I'll do, I'll go to CX, I'll trade them in, and I'll get credit, and I'll just I'll just buy GameCube games with it, basically. This is a bit confusing. I can't remember how much I paid for these. I think it was £2 each. I got Mario and Sonic at the London Olympics 2012 and Raveman Rabbids Travelling Time. Again, I ain't too fussed about them. I think the kids want that one. That one will just go more CX fodder. And talking to CX fodder, more Wii games. I want to say I paid again about £6 or £7 for these, but I can't remember exactly. But here we go. The Blob, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Table Tennis, Iron Man 2, and Kokoto Magic Circus. But not a lot. I say like, yeah, for £1.25 each or something stupid like that. Not a great deal. And sticking with the Wii, this was edging the buy the day. I must admit, only very slightly got edged out. For £3, right? £3. I picked up a Wii, a complete Wii. I'll show you. I've sort of sorted it all out a little bit. It's missing the door. It's got the power. It's got the Wii Play. It's got Wii Sport. It's got all the hookups. It's got the remote. It's got the bar, and it's got 2 nunchucks, which I thought might have meant to add 2 remotes, but it didn't. So what happened with that was, there was a guy, and to be fair, he admitted to me, he goes, "Oh, I'll just do house clearances." So I bought that. It was in a box, in like a plastic container on its own. And it was all £3. And then when I came back later, they found the box, but in the box was all the controllers. And I sort of said, "Well, I just bought this for £3." And I could tell he was a little bit pissed off. He was like, "Yeah, but should be more money than that." And I sort of was like, "Well, what do you want to do?" "No, just take it. And I left him like the back controller and all that shit. So he looked like he had and the box. So yeah, £3. Fuck you. Right. Last. Probably the find of the day, I must admit. And it was one of them bizarre ones where I think I'd asked this woman already early in the morning, "Have you got anything?" Nah. And the big Lurcho, he'd been there before me, so he must have asked her. And it's just goes to show. Took you tip number 2. Always go around again. Always go back to the start, because people find stuff they don't realise they had, or when you ask for video games or old games or anything else like that, they don't really know. If they don't know what they're on about, they don't know what you're on about either. This is quite funny, because as I was looking at these, I went to bend down, and some guy went, I could hear, I don't know who it was, over my shoulder said, "Oh, is that the original version of that?" So for £2, I got these off the same woman that sold me the shelves later on. For £2, I got in a bag a charger for the 2 newer ones and 1 charger for the older ones. I got 3 DS's. I shit you not. I got a silver DS, and they all work. This is what the guy was on about, and he said, "Oh, is that one of the original ones?" I've got an original. I don't know what it's called, like cobalt grey or black or whatever, DS, and a black DS Lite. So I've got actually 2 DS Lites. Sorry. So I've got a silver and a black. Fuck off. DS Lite. Now they both work. But what I think whoever's done it, they've put like screen protector on, so the bottom of the screen looks really, look, see it? But it's just a screen protector. So I peel that off, clean it up. And that's quite nice. I don't know if that's been replaced. I don't know if that controller's been replaced or if that's the original one. I don't know. But I've got the chargers. I've got a charger for the Fat DS and charger for the DS Lite. That is it. That is the booter. I am half cut and I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day. Take it easy, YouTube. Speak to you soon.